I believe every employee, every consumer, anyone that's touching or working in a business is going to have their own personal concierge. That's digital. Those digital concierges are going to connect through the fabric tissue of all of our everything we do in our lives. Anywhere from being in a car to being on a mobile device to walking in a retail bank, engaging in it, knowing who I am, where I'm at all times, and delivering the outcome that I would expect because it has the history of me as a consumer. It shouldn't recognize you by voice, it'll recognize you because of geofence and the application that you run on that mobile device that you're carrying right now, knowing that that's who you are, taking the information off of that and knowing through authentication that it's you. It also can send a notification saying, hey, validate who this person is, and then put it in that code.
How does your voice AI work?
As a result of the acquisition with SoundHound and Amelia, which is a formulation of two companies, SoundHound brings an ASR, which is the voice component across all enterprises, and also the Amelia side, which is obviously the brain that orchestrates through natural language processing and understanding to support the intents and the requests from any individual, from a consumer banker to a wealth manager. So the combination of the ASR, which is the voice component, with the brain of Amelia, allows us to deliver the best outcome possibility for anyone that's engaging these types of solutions. Obviously, driving user adoption is the most critical thing when you start thinking about consumer or any type of retail banking or banking in general.
How do you make sure you are complying with compliance and security standards?
The Amelia brand and Amelia company, prior to being acquired by SoundHound, has been in the market for 27 years. We have built all the certifications and requirements around those environments for how we maintain and support those enterprise-grade solutions. As part of that, if you look at the certifications we have out there, from SOX compliance to PA certification to FedRAMP to whatever certification it is, we look at that as how do we make sure that the data we pull in isn't something that we actually maintain and secure. We actually only use it and push it back into those systems of record through APIs. And then anything that's actually captured through our transcripts of the conversational flows is masked and protected so no one can actually see it, not even our employees. When I think about regulations and requirements, the first thing is I want obviously securing data. And then based on where those regulations are across the globe are critical to making sure that we protect and do what we're supposed to do within those regions or those areas. As part of that, our backend systems, we obviously secure that through AWS or whatever means it is from where we host our platforms, but also whatever we do from an API perspective, reaching out and pulling those back in, securing that data through our platform.
How do you integrate voice AI into legacy systems?
Today, we actually have over 200 integrations across our platforms that support everything from the front office, contact centers, companies like, if you think about NICE or 5/8 or any of those CCaaS providers, we integrate with those and sit on top of them as far as the interactions that support the end consumer or retail banker. We also integrate into the back end, so all the databases, anywhere there's a record of data beyond just the applications themselves to actually support that. So there's a lot of integrations that we have, they're plug and play. We actually don't need to do integrations anymore because it's lift and shift for how we actually interact with those systems, because we've been doing it for so long.
What are the biggest challenges for a company that is adding voice AI?
The most critical thing of this, and it's a lost art, is driving the right experience where you drive adoption. A lot of companies or our competitors are out there trying to drive a solution and drive and kind of push that out there. But reality is, if you don't take the time to educate, to allow them to understand what that solution is going to deliver for them and when and why to go to it, there are going to be you're going to have some lag. You're going to have some people that may, quite frankly, never use it again. So putting that extra level of focus and effort there around the user experience is critical. It's also designing it where it can be met at any place you want to be met. Is that through a mobile phone? Is that through voice? Is that through my Mac using Slack or some other means? Where do I want to go engage as an individual to go and take the task on that I need to do? Also in an automotive car. Think about just sitting in a car. I can hit a button, say, drive me to this location. Why can't I do my retail banking? Why does it even have to be called retailing? Why can't I do car banking in my car to deliver whatever it is I need to do? And also to provide reminders. Hey, you have a balance that's short. You need to pay your mortgage. Or your car is due, you need to pay that. So allowing it and approving those things as I go through the day while I'm sitting in the car is where this is actually going to end up going.